Team GaryVee. Just text your questions and no stressing cause you're sipping tea. Team GaryVee.
Hello world, good morning, good afternoon if you're in Europe, good evening if you're in Asia. April 7th, Tuesday morning. I got my big fucking mug. It is tea with GaryVee, and I'm super thrilled that you're here with me. Thank you so much. Before we get into it, grab out your phones immediately, do one of two things. Take a screenshot of this right now and share it. I just tweeted, if you're part of the Tea with GaryVee community and you're not on Twitter interacting with me at GaryVee, you're making a huge mistake. Following, retweeting, engaging, building a real community. I just tweeted the URL to YouTube where this is live, and please retweet that and add your 2 cents. Get everybody on here. Before we get into the calls, big shout outs to all the comments right now. Let's take a look. Farnaz, what's good? Kareem, what's good on Facebook? Deep Fact on YouTube, what is up? Tyler Ratcliffe, real good morning to you. I like what you're doing, Dustin. Get these comments up hardcore right off the bat. Baxor, what's up? Barry Eisenbaum, really nice to have you here. Thank you so much. Jonathan Johnson, what's good? Chef, what's good? Tony, what is up? Really excited to have everybody here. Our Hunter, what's good? Chris Quinn, this is a lot of fun. Also, big opportunity today. If you drink rosé, put it up right here. One of the best California rosés, dismantles Whispering Angel. If you are not on Wine Text, you're making a huge mistake. Yesterday was crazy. 20 minutes. We sold out of that cab that I was telling you about. Today's offer, Brandon and I worked on for months. One of the best rosés, a $30 rosé at a ridiculous price. I'm really excited about it. Should sell out within 20 minutes as well. So if you drink rosé, if you need some rosé during this quarantine, I highly recommend you get on Wine Text right now. Get that off. Let's get to the first call. This is Tea with GaryVee. Rock Dance Theater, what's good? Morning.
Hey Gary, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, I'm Ditto. I'm in LA, and I don't have any tea, but I'm trying to wake up. I'm trying to get there.
I get it. It's early. I appreciate the hustle. 6 a.m. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I have a question for you. So on my social platforms for a while, I've been making great videos and I've been like building such a cool community, but anytime I switch something up, they sort of like throw a fit. Like I get like a lot of I miss the old her comments, and I wanted to know, like, is there something I'm doing wrong? Is there something I'm not doing that could make us kind of grow together better? Like, I don't want to leave them hanging.
What were the videos you were making, and what are some of the stuff you're mixing in?
Yeah, so I primarily make dance videos, and I do a lot of like robotics and a lot of like tutting and things like that. And let's say I didn't tut a lot in a video, or I danced to a different kind of music, they're freaking out. They're like, I just miss the old Ditto. Like, I just
So
like...
I get it. Ditto. I went through this hard in 2009. So I did 3 years every day, 5 days a week on early YouTube of wine videos. I was one of the first YouTubers that, especially doing long form, and it was all wine. And then I was like, yo, I want to talk about business because that's really what I am. And I started making business videos, and people fucking lost their mind out of anger. You know, like just didn't like it. Anytime that I've taken a step in my business career, like got a TV appearance or had a micro viral video, or like popped off, or like hung out with somebody, immediately people are like, you're different, you changed, we missed this, we missed that. The reality is you can't get caught up in the comments or the likes or views. You just can't. You have to evolve, and they have to follow you, and you have to have conviction. I watch so many people not change their shit up even though they want to, because they don't like the fact that they get more negative comments and they get less engagement. It's a huge mistake. Like, you've got to stay the course. Like, you're going through your life. You can't be the same girl you were 3 years ago.
Yeah, I cannot. Oh my gosh, I cannot.
And your self-esteem and your self-worth can't be how many followers or how much engagement you get on Instagram. It just can't.
Yeah.
And right now we're in a generation where people are starting to think that way.
Right. Yeah. It's a scary thing. I mean, when we're living off these brand deals and like that's how we pay our rent. Like it's really easy for me to get paranoid about it. I'm at a point now where I'm comfortable and I'm ready to say like I'll let my engagement go down. I'll do this. I just
Good.
want to like my own content.
100%. And I promise you, when you like your own content, that shit comes back so often, especially if you have talent.
Wow, thank you.
Listen, and another thing, I'd rather you live in a little less fancy apartment. I'd rather you buy one less nice thing, go on one less trip than fucking be unhappy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we have to make happiness the fucking North Star, not fucking money or
Right.
clout. We have to.
Right.
And you have a responsibility. You have a huge fan base. And so you have to show and lead the way. And then make a video about it and be like, yo, I love you fuckers, but I'm changing too.
Right. Yeah, I want them to feel like they're growing with me. That's
Speak
really
to
good
them.
advice.
Speak to them. Do your shit. And then the sixth video be like, I love you. I'm so grateful for you, but I'm evolving and so are you. And like, let's, and I appreciate him. By the way, I'll fucking pop and lock for you once in a blue moon for old time's sakes, but I got to do me.
I swear. Yeah, that's what I tell them. I'm like, hey, you miss the old me? The videos are still up.
Exactly. And
Like,
you can bring it out of the back once in a blue moon,
Right.
Good luck. Thank you for getting up so early. Talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
All right, let's keep this going. Tea with GaryVee. Please share it, screenshot it. Let's get people in here. I know there's some Facebook groups watching. Big shout out to everybody. Reddit, big shout out to you. LinkedIn, I know you're in the building. Big shout out to all of you guys as well. Samuel on Facebook. What's good? Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn, queen from Detroit. I'm 14. I'm an artist and
Amazing.
influencer. So my question for you is, what advice would you give your 14-year-old self based on everything that you know now?
So my advice might be a little bit tricky for you, but I'll give it to you. And then if I can give you a follow-up, I'll let you know. For me, it would have been like, look, it's okay. 14 was a real big year for me because it's when my baseball card business started to really pop, and my dad dragged me into the liquor store, and I was working every weekend and every summer vacation. So I was like in a real transition where I was like, okay, now I'm grown and I'm doing business, like fuck school. So really the advice I would have given that kid is like, this is going to be such an enjoyable part of your life. You're about to learn so many of the skills that you're going to use the rest of your life. So enjoy that. I probably would have told him not to go 100 into business and save and really push back against his dad and himself, and have a little bit of summer vacation, maybe 2 weeks to hang out with friends. But but honestly, that was a big transition year for me, and was really the year that like my career started in a lot of ways.
Right.
What about for you? Let's instead of that question, what about for you? What is the most challenging part of being this young and having this much attention on you?
The most challenging part.
Like, are you happy?
Yes, this is
Good.
like my dream. This is definitely gonna be the thing that I do for the rest of my life.
So can I tell you something? I'll give you something that I think could really help. Don't get too high on the positive feedback. When you read the comments and people are like, you're amazing, you're pretty, you're smart, you're amazing, you're so talented. Don't get too high on that, because what that's going to do is let you deal when people say you're shit, you fell off, you're not good. When you start getting quiet and it's about you, for you, not the audience's feedback, I think it will put you in a much more stable place to go and do your thing.
Right, like when people, come on my page with the negative things. I'm just the type of person that, like, because being a public figure, you're gonna get bullied every day on social media, like on your lives, on your posts, on everything. So I'm just the type of person that I wouldn't say don't care, but I just don't feed into the negative
I
energy.
love that, Brooklyn. I love that. And as a matter of fact, if you can start this at 14, it'll put you in such a great spot. You should, like, if you could flip it from not caring to actually having compassion to that person.
Right.
For somebody to go on your page and try to drag you down, they're fucking hurting inside.
Yeah.
You understand?
And I'll sometimes even like someone could comment something like, "You're disgusting" or "You're
Right.
ugly," and then I go to their page and I like a picture, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh,
Of
you
course.
know, thank you
People
so much." So they like
listen.
turn into a supporter.
Listen, if you one of the biggest things that helped me was my ability to be the bigger man. When people came at me with heat and negativity, I always did stuff like that. I was like, look, I'm sorry, like, that you feel that way, but I wish you happiness and health. I'd go give them love like that. I used to go in their page. Like, I love that about you. If you've got that now, you're on your way. Just try not to get too high, try not to get too low, and always, always create. Never hold back. Like, don't
Yeah.
ever, ever, ever not put out your voice, your thoughts, keep sharing, because you never know when a thought in your head that you didn't put out was actually the thought that would change the world. So the last piece before we bounce here is make sure you put out the content. Don't overthink the music. Don't overthink the
Right.
videos. Put what's in your fucking heart in your head.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for tuning me in.
Yep. Talk to you soon. That girl's mind is right at 14. She's going to win. That girl is going to win. That's a lock. I'm excited for her. Denny Waters, what's good? Marianne, Brino, what's good? TJ Thomas, love you back. Metcalfs, meet the Metcalfs. What's up? Ginger Beloved, so good to see you. Big shout out. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Oh, hello.
Hello. Good
How are you?
morning.
Good morning.
Good. How are you doing? Good morning.
Really well.
Wonderful. My name is Tara Mackey. I'll give you a little bit of backstory to frame my question because I have a question for you. I have 2 best-selling books. I have an organic beauty company. I am an influencer. I sing, I speak, which is all wonderful. But I had to pivot a lot of that business model this year because I can't sing live. I can't speak live. Retail is kind of out right now.
Yeah.
So I'm focused 100% on my e-commerce business. So we're focused right now on education, the education around the products since it's organic beauty products, the education around staying safe and reducing anxiety and what's going on in the world today. And we're starting up a very large ambassador program. We're sending out emails 2 or 3 times a week. We're updating our Instagram 2 or 3 times a day. I want to know if you have any specific advice for, at this point in time, building a recession smart, because I don't know if there's any such thing as a recession proof, but a recession smart business in this time of such uncertainty about what the world's going to look like in the next few months, in the next year, etc.
So, first of all, it's really running a business that has a real good grasp of its overhead and its profit margins, right? So, really looking at your expenses, first of all, because a lot of good entrepreneurs and good influencers are very good at focusing on the offense, but they're not as strong at looking at the bottom line. So, definitely looking at your economics, how profitable are the products you're selling on the e-commerce site, and then who's surrounding you, right? In the world of influencers and things of that nature, too many people have too many assistants, too many content creators, too many glam squads. So being very thoughtful about that, right?
Right.
And then really it's about building top of the funnel brand awareness during this time. I actually think that the economy is going to be, I don't know what kind of recession we're really looking at. I think the biggest variable that nobody knows is what happens with the pandemic, the disease during the fall and winter. How much or how little does it come back, right?
Right.
And
Yep.
how, to me, that's the biggest thing that's on my mind. But I think you should definitely assume to bunker down for a year, right?
Yep.
A hardcore year. And I
Yep.
think in that year, tightening up the expenses and then also really focusing on expansion. So where are you at with TikTok?
I just hopped on there probably like a month ago.
And what are you doing? 0 a day, 1 a day, one
Pretty
every
much
4
0
days?
a day at this point. I'm mostly learning what other people are doing and where I can best create content that actually serves people and isn't just me learning some viral dance, which does nothing for anybody.
Right. So for, I've got 3.3 million followers and a huge audience there. And I
And you've
can't
been talking
answer.
about TikTok forever, by the way. You have been OG TikTok for like probably since the day it came out. You have been telling people about TikTok on every platform. So I appreciate that.
And I haven't, and I can't dance for shit. And so, and
Turns out you don't need to.
and I think you don't need to either. You have to immediately listen to me.
Right.
When did you get on Instagram and what happened?
I probably got on Instagram in 2014. My first book came out in 2016, but I got my book deal in 2014. My publishing company reached out. They found my blog. So in 2016, I got like great PR for my first book, becoming a #1 bestseller, and that attracted a large Instagram audience. And then it really built from there. But I found that engagement is going down, numbers are going down.
It happens on every platform.
Yeah.
It's already happened on TikTok to the people I got on TikTok 15 months ago.
Is it really?
Yes, you have to listen to me. You have to post 2-3 times a day on TikTok.
Okay.
You have like today. You cannot. It's so important. There's so much up, and let me tell you why it's important. There's still land grab. It's not as crazy as it was, 15 months ago. Like anybody could have posted something and went viral. Now it's it's time to post. And more importantly, the things you're going to learn in posting, the next platform. I mean, YouTube's working on a TikTok competitor right now, and YouTube's a wildly important platform. Whether that pops or not, everything evolves off of everything. So social cam led to Vine, and Vine, led to, Snapchat, and Snapchat to Instagram stories, and Instagram stories. Like it all evolves. You can't skip over being a creator for TikTok, because being a creator and putting out content is going to be forever.
Yeah, I don't want to sleep on it. I really don't want to sleep on it.
I believe
it's just been about finding my niche of like what it means and learning.
Make what you make on Instagram and fucking write over it. Just fucking make. You didn't know what to do on fucking Instagram either. Just make.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true.
One of the things that catches people is when they're successful for the first time on another platform, they struggle with the perception of not being big on the current platform. And I want to get you out of that. That's why celebrities got fucked. They all didn't go on Instagram in 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, because they were real celebrities. And then all of a sudden, Instagram celebrities became real celebrities and got caught.
Right. Yeah. And now they're all on TikTok. All the celebrities are on TikTok.
You have to do it, Tara. Wow. You have to do it.
Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Economics and costs on your retail.
Yep.
And really go ham on TikTok. I'm telling you, it will work.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Take care. Talk to you soon. All right, let's keep this going, Dustin. We got any dudes today? I'm like all confused. 4 ladies in a row. This is amazing. It's ladies' morning. I love this. Jackie, what's good?
Hey, how are you?
Really well.
I come to you from Wichita Falls, Texas, and thank you. It's so great. I drive into the city to run my advertising agency, but I live on a farm with cows. So I'm a dairy farmer's daughter and a dairy farmer's wife. It's so good to just drive in and see the sunrise. But I can't thank you enough for spending just a few minutes with me this morning. My question today is, our agency is very heartfelt and aggressive. And what I love most about you is you're an open book to every agency across the United States. You teach us your craft and we dive in and we learn it and we absorb it. We are 2 weeks into a shelter city and all of our local clients are getting antsy and their anxiety has gone up a level, Gary, and they're nervous. So now they're thinking, Jackie, I know you're telling us to double down on social media and tell our story.
Jackie, go ahead.
Did I lose you?
You're back.
Can you hear me?
Double down. Tell your story. I'm listening.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jack.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So what I need is, Gary, is how do I tell these local clients, don't give up. Now's not the time to give up. You got to stay the course. Keep telling your story. Does that make sense?
It does. I want some clarification. Are we talking about organic creative, or are you asking them to run media amplification?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear me? We're going to get you on. Jack, you can't hear? Turn it off. We'll get you back on.
That's weird. I could hear both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you, Jackie. Jackie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear me? Can you hear me or no? she can hear you, Dustin.
Yeah,
Tell
maybe
her,
when it's
tell her to turn it. Tell her to turn it off, and to come right back
I'm here,
on.
Dustin. I can't hear him, but I think he can hear me.
just try reloading the page and then come back, and then we'll be here.
Okay, I'll come right back
Okay.
because I really want the answer to that great
You will,
question.
you will get it, Jackie.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna give some shout outs while Jackie's trying to get back out. Big shout out to Emily, Nate Dizzy on Facebook. Never give up, hitting record numbers in sales right now. Good job. I appreciate that. Let's take a little break right now and everybody take a screenshot and share this. Let's get that going. I am feeling on fire. Vince Lester, big shout out to you, part of the YouTube community. I appreciate that. Let's see what else is going on here. Caleb Dustin is putting in work. I agree. Carl Daniel Davidson, what's good? Eric Tirado, Tyler Ratliff, what's good? She is awesome, Jeremy. I'm excited to get her right back. Junior Softy, I love that Jersey Shore. Let's go.
Hey, thank you, Gary, for letting me come back. I'm really
You're welcome.
appreciative.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. That was my dad calling in, by the way.
I
Dad's
love it.
rock, right?
Big shout out to Dad. So the question that I have is, are you telling them to double down on organic content, or are you asking them to double down on media spend on their social or other channels?
Yeah, I think organic is so important today, but with a little bit of spend. But your message, I tell them that their message changes. You have to be more authentic today than ever and speak from the heart. And they're just nervous. Every time they think, are we in this for 30 days, 60 days? Now they're saying August, we have to save every penny we've got. And I go, yeah. I get it. But
so is this a conversation of them wanting to potentially stop the scope with you for a time being?
Yes.
Look, I think you have to be correct. You have to be very balanced here. Oh, Jack, hold on. Get your cup up. We got the big cup mugs. I like that. Listen, You're going to have to eat your own dog food here. You also are going to have to be courageous. I've had a ton of conversations with clients that are teetering. And the reality is, when you're talking to small businesses, and obviously we have the Sasha group and things of that nature, you have to be empathetic. You yourself are a small business, and first and foremost, you have to worry about your business, your employees. However, when you're giving advice, you actually have to give advice. So what I would do if I were you is double click into the convo. If you figure out that Sarah with her, flower shop does have the savings and the financial wherewithal to get through, 2 years, well, then Sarah's opportunity to go crazy right now. If Rick in the thrift store is in a little bit more of a financial pickle, the advice might be to say to Rick, listen, why don't you pay me half, for the next 3 months? Let's get, you have to be empathetic and you have to tighten up yourself. Your advice during this time to the people that pay you is something that will be your reputation and your financial impact for the next 3 decades.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
Because you know how it is. If they're paying you and they're on the phone and they're feeling like the only reason you're giving the advice is so that you're still paying, that's going to change the dynamic. So you have to dig a little bit deeper. I spent 45 minutes with every client to really understand. And some of them I said, look, it is a good time for you to pause. I don't like what I'm hearing. That was at my detriment short term.
Sure.
I may have to have a layoff. I may have to cut expenses, but it's the right advice. And for the reputation and the legacy, and most of all, for me putting my fucking head on my pillow, it was the right advice.
Yeah.
And you have to be specific. You can't be everybody needs to triple down. If they have 1 month's worth of cash and they're burning it, that is not the right advice. They need to cut all expenses. If they're in a little bit more of a stable situation, they should triple down, because fucking prices of ads on Instagram and Facebook right now are so low because a lot of people have stopped. There's so much opportunity.
Okay, that makes sense. And it's also your team. It's loving on your team in your office and giving them the support as well. They're all doubling down too and giving up everything they have. We just want to be there for our clients. We just want to walk this with them. And in the end, come out all together, loving and hugging on each other.
Sometimes being there is telling them to spend less with you. Sometimes. Okay. That's the truth.
Okay. I got it.
And by the way, some that can afford to go harder might double up their scope once they see how big the opportunity is.
Yeah, share of mind, no doubt.
Jackie, the right advice is always selfless.
Yeah.
Always.
Gary,
especially when it's hardest.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't surprise me that you're saying that as many times as I've gotten to cross paths and be in your office and kindness. You know, when I came in for 4D, you know what my biggest surprise was? After all day in your office, my biggest surprise was, and I wasn't expecting it, was the advice and the love that not only we got from your whole team, but Claude, you know, just the love and the warmth that she gave us that day. I took that home and went, that's us. We're going to become an office of empathy, kindness, love, compassion, and we're going to double down and love every single day of these clients and every single day with this team.
And it works,
So,
right? Right
it
now
does.
is when it shines through. Right now is all that, you know, it's funny because I'm an aggressive Jersey kid. So it's a little bit harder to, you know, to your point, until you kind of come into the four walls, even, you know, you'll just never, people will never fully get it by watching my content. It's very deep. The stuff I talk about, I really mean it. I live it.
And I love the transparency of sharing it. So for all agencies out there, thank you so much for being an open book for all of us.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
For everybody's watching, what Jackie's referring to is one of the most unique things I'm doing is because I'm putting out all my best advice for free, there's a lot of my competitors. You know, the Sasha Group works with small businesses too. Like, I'm educating a lot of my competitors for free, and that is a very unusual model, definitely in the ad world and in business. And so you see it from being a community, but in my direct competitive landscape, I'm a very interesting enigma. People are confused by it. Some people like Jackie really get it. A lot of people hate because we've exploded and we're the fastest growing and concerning everybody, but it's really cool. It's really cool. All right, let's keep this going. Fun morning. Joe, what's good?
What's up, Gary?
I'm just pumped. There's a dude on here now. I mean, listen, I love ladies' day. We may have to have a whole full ladies' day, but it's good to see a dude as well. So, Joe, what's up?
It's good to see you, man. I'm glad I'm finally on here. So let me just try and dive in. My question needs a little bit of prerequisite first, just to explain. So we own a chain of 8 higher-end barbershops in New Jersey. We started in 2009. My brother was 19 years old when he started it. I want to say back in 2016, I left a 6-figure job full-time to work on the business full-time. Since then, we've brought on partners that have been our barbers, especially our one partner, Isaac, is partners with us in everything. And we're beginning to create what is a brand of 8 barbershops, but a culture, an environment. It's not just a barbershop, basically. We provide our employees with an environment where they can grow, where our clients can feel like family. So it's not just a barbershop. So basically what I want to say is this, without getting into it too much, is in this industry, especially with our model, we pay our barbers really well. And we work on commission base. Our barbers are full W-2 employees. So on top of that, we have payroll taxes on top of rent and any overhead you would think. So our margins are really low. So in this industry, because we're trying to build a brand, continuing to grow, my question is, what can we do besides having our own product line, which we already started? And about a year and a half ago, we hired a full-time videographer to create content constantly on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. And besides all that, how can we utilize the connections that we're getting through our clients who love our brand to generate a bigger profit in other avenues so that we can continue to grow more rapidly than bootstrapping one after another? Because if we only focus on just haircut, it's very difficult.
Why do we want to grow more rapidly?
Well, because that's our goal is not to just stay in New Jersey. Our goal is to grow as a brand.
How old are you?
34.
Okay. So you have 50 fucking years to go to Cleveland.
So what do you besides
you do know what happens in this cliche, right?
Yeah.
Bootstrappers, young hustlers, do it right, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, catch something, they can feel it. I feel it. I pulled you out of the comments to be on, right? I feel it. And then their eyes get big. They start hearing chirping from people that are not in their inner circle, right? Their uncle, their most successful high school buddy, the guy who's getting his hair cut that's a fucking millionaire on Wall Street. and people start chirping. And what happens is they start to get impatient. We lost you there for a second. I want to make sure you hear this. Because it was a good fucking rant too.
Now?
There you go. I can hear you now. So, can you hear me?
Yep.
So they start getting impatient, right?
So what's also happening is a lot of people, especially clients who are successful, are constantly asking to invest in our brand. And the reason why, number one, we don't just bring anyone in.
Hey, Dustin.
Number one, we don't just bring anyone in.
It's too choppy. You're going to have to fix him up. Let's get to the next one. Let's get him back on. Let's keep this going. That'll be a part 2 because it's about to get good. Roland Edwards, what's good?
Whoa.
Mickey.
Hey, what's up?
Life is good. Where are you from?
I'm from Ogden, Utah.
Fantastic.
Sweet. So, hey, man, quick backstory to my question. So about 2 years ago, I went to college for a year. I dropped out. I joined a real estate sales team to start selling houses. The leader of the team approached me one day and said, hey, I want you to run my social media page. So I started running the social media page, and little did I know is that he had another side of the real estate side. He had an academy where he taught agents how to sell houses. So also having a team on the side, he also taught agents how to sell houses. And so we have 2 different programs. We have the Alliance, which is $1,000 a year, and then we have a Mastermind, which is $7,500. So we have about 60 members in the Mastermind, and then about, I don't know, like 100 in the Alliance. So my question is, I've really gotten good at the content creation side of things. I've really studied it. I'm taking Peng Jun's courses. So I've been really good at it. And what we've discussed as a team is potentially creating content for our Mastermind members, trying to transition them from the Mastermind into creating content for them and helping them with their SOI and things like that, because it's very important to stay in front of your audience, especially for real estate agents. So I'm trying to like communicate the importance to them. So how would you transition people from one of those types of courses to some like a content creation plan for them? Or what would you do?
I mean, are you looking to convert them to somebody who's paying you a $3,000 a month retainer, or a one-off, or what's the plan?
Yeah, so we want it to be like a monthly subscription. We were thinking around like $1,500 a month. I don't know how you feel about that as well. You can.
I mean, listen, $15 a month, $15,000 a month. They all play. It all depends.
1,500. Sorry.
No, I understand.
Okay, yeah.
And like I said, $15 a month or $15,000 a month. It just comes down to supply, demand, quality. The belief of the quality. I mean, if people wanted monthly content for me, it's gonna be it's $30,000 a month. When we did that for Vayner Talent, it comes in a lot of different ways. So I think that the reality is that I think you need to create the information around what you're trying to do to that mastermind. What I would probably do, you said there were 60 people, right?
Yep.
I would probably invite all 60 of them into a Zoom and spend 2-3 hours explaining that you guys are going to be rolling this out in 3 months and answering questions, and let them all hear it. And over 3 hours, build up the smoke to get an opportunity to do something.
Dude, that's a great idea.
Thank you, Mickey.
Also, I follow D-Rock and Babin a lot. I was just wondering, what kind of is your your content creation process behind the scenes? Like, because for me, a lot of our stuff is leveraged out because it's just me, like for content creation. So I leverage out like our graphics, our subtitles and stuff like that. What is the process for you guys?
Meaning, do we have it in-house or do we outsource it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all in-house.
It's all in-house?
There's a 30-person team on Team Gary, so it's loaded.
What do you think the benefits are of that for little tasks like subtitles and graphics?
Because I'm teaching those kids, I'm paying those kids, and then I'm letting them grow into bigger careers, whether on my team, whether in VaynerMedia, or whether they use the clout of being with me to go on and do other things for themselves.
Okay, so do you recommend?
So it costs me more, but it builds a family and builds a community.
Okay, so that's very important. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Because I'm playing long term, but it's maybe not the most financial thing because I can go to Fiverr, I can go to
Yeah,
India and
exactly. For right,
and all that.
right now for us, we're a smaller business,
Of
so
course, I think you're going down the right path, but the leader needs to think about really investing in it long term and start adding some overhead to build that culture.
okay.
Awesome. Take care,
All
Mickey.
right, man. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Big shout out to Bob Brand, Nikhil, Gregory Millard, Greg Rubin. What's good, Bay Area? Getting up early. Luke, what's good, Boris? So Joe,
Yes.
people start hearing other, voices. You started alluding to it to where I was going. The affluent, customers start saying, "Yo, let me put some money in." Chirp, 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 and everything that got you from 1 to 8 locations. Now you change up the script because you got to expand faster, which I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't want that.
So it's not about expanding. It's not that we want to expand faster. It's more
It's
about
what you said.
Well, right, but not because of not. I don't feel it's because of chirping and all that. It's more because we work 7 days a week. We have that fire inside of us that we just want to keep going. We want to get our brand out to more people because we know that we have something different to offer than any other barbershop that we come in contact with.
I think you might be right. 8 successful locations. Like, my biggest problem is if you want to start direct to consumer fucking razors and fucking shaving cream or create some sort of other revenue source, you're gonna get distracted.
Right. So the thing is that the profit margins are very low in this industry.
Profit margins are low in a lot of industries. You know how bad profit margins are in the wine business? They suck shit.
So what was your way of getting past that?
Being okay and doing a lot more revenue. Being 57 and having 183 of these fucking things across the East Coast and fucking making more. Even listen, razor thin margins at scale become real money.
Of course. So that's the thing. How do you get to scale when the margins right now are so small?
You take a capital infusion or you stay patient.
We're trying.
Or to your point, you innovate and start another revenue stream that allows you to not have to take outside capital.
We want to be a brand. We want to be like a lifestyle brand. That's what our main goal and focus is for the future, is to transition into a lifestyle brand. We understand that the draw is the haircuts. That's how we're going to draw people in, is with our high quality haircuts, great customer service, a great team of barbers and a great team of management and ownership. But we want to eventually transition into being a lifestyle. But through these years and through the time of us building our business, we've learned a lot.
Of course.
And that's the thing, is sometimes we're not sure whether to go to help others grow with our model, or to just stay focused on our model and continue to grow and continue to bootstrap slowly. But
bro, right now is the greatest era of everybody trying to make money, giving advice to others based on minimal or like some early success. What are you gonna start a mastermind? What are you gonna start a course?
That's what,
bro.
That's the
you got the wrong fucking chirp in your ears, bro.
That's the chirping you hear all the time. Oh, it's about education right now. It's about this. It's about that. And it's like, yeah. The problem is that it takes a lot to run businesses. A lot of people think that barbershops are absentee businesses, and that's just not true. It can be if you don't care.
There's no absentee business. Show me an absentee business, and I'll show you a business that's about to go out of business.
Exactly. That's what I tell people who want to open up barbershops. I say I work 7 days a week, okay, and I'm not even a barber. I don't cut hair.
You're not an operator.
Exactly. I work 7 days a week to manage each one of our barbershops and to deal with any issues that come along, to coach our barbers through the good and the bad. Okay. If you think that you're just going to open up a barbershop and let it run itself, then you're sadly mistaken if you think that you're going to compete with anyone that even comes close to what we do.
There's no passive income the way people dream it up. You could have a business that kicks cash every month, but if you have buildings, with rent, you're going to have to manage that. What happens when somebody burns the fucking building down? What happens when there's a crime at your building? What happens when the person that's managing your building dies and you have to replace him or her? Like, people are confused out here. This is work.
So that's the thing. When you have employees and when it's brick and mortar like this, it's not smooth sailing all the time, and that takes away a lot of time to be able to do a lot more things that you want to do. You know, there's only so many hours in a day, and trust me, I listen to you all the time, and I'm with you on the fact that I'll work 18 hours straight if I have to. I don't care. Okay, and it's just a matter of
Love it.
I love it. I love it. I left, in banking, then I worked in retail, and I just love being an entrepreneur. I love working. I don't even care if I don't take a paycheck. I went months, years without taking even a paycheck. You know, I love it. And that's the thing is we love, and it's not only me, it's myself, my partners, my brother, my Isaac, Sean, all our partners, Ryan. We devote so much to the business, and we wanted to just see it grow so much. And that's the thing. I guess what you're saying is just slow down and to reinforce it.
You're 34?
Yes.
So 34 is when I left Wine Library day to day and started VaynerMedia. I had no money. I literally started VaynerMedia in the conference room of Buddy Media because me and AJ had no money. I literally started at zero, all over. I didn't make a lot of money building my dad's business for him. And then whatever I saved, I invested in Facebook and Twitter. So I felt good about the future, but it wasn't liquid for a long time. So I had to build this business. And look where I'm at now at 44. Like, you're just starting, Joe. Like, what are you going to be, one of those douchebag entrepreneurs on Instagram? Stop listening to them. You think they're having so much fun? Why? Because they took a photo of an Instagram model on a private plane? Who gives a fuck?
I agree.
You're getting caught up in the hype. I can see it. I can smell it through this fucking screen.
So our biggest, what we love most more than anything is seeing our employees grow.
Good.
Okay, seeing them
That
grow.
has nothing to do with you expanding into a monster lifestyle brand. You're doing it right. So many people are going to lose in this era for doing it right, getting up a notch, poking up their head because they've been head down, being like, yo, all these people are having fun. All these people are moving fast. All these people are getting more. I'm fucking working 7 days a week bleeding. And all these people are fucking selling bullshit and fucking winning. What am I doing wrong? I got to learn how to raise capital. I got to expand quicker. We got to fucking create a mastermind or a fucking course. We're going to teach other small business. Like,
when people come to us and say, hey, we got money, we want to invest in this brand, and we pretty much turn them down every single time, do you think we're doing the right thing?
Potentially. I mean, look, there is smart money out there. There's somebody who's passive, who doesn't give a shit, who believes so much in you, who's not going to bother you, and who doesn't have a board seat and doesn't have say. They're just getting dividends kicked out in the future. If you can get money that's passive, that's chill and that's strategic. Maybe, when Equinox took money from Steve Ross because he owned a lot of buildings and helped them with their real estate expansion. You take a real estate mogul with a ton of money, she or he's got a ton of buildings around the world, might be an interesting play because all of a sudden you're paying smaller rent. Like there's all sorts of ways to think about it. Money isn't always bad, but money for the sake of money is bad.
Because I also think a lot of people think that the barber industry is very cash rich and it's going to be a cash cow. And that's, first of all, we accept credit card. So
yeah, Joe, I wouldn't worry about what everybody's perceptions are. I would stay your course, stay patient. Look, there's a lot of ways to make money. Wine Library's margins were shit. What did I do? I started buying wines that were extremely good that nobody knew, and I was able to make more margin on it. Reality is, if your brand's popping so heavy, every haircut could go up $1. They all could. They could. Like $1 is $1. Like, the reality is, you could. Now it could be a recession, and you might have to go down $1. But you could.
Cool.
People get away from the basics. You guys built on the basics. I believe that. There's no way you would be here without it, based on the story I heard. So, $1 extra cut starts to change that margin.
Gary, you got to come and get a haircut. I want to invite you to one of our shops.
I'm in.
Awesome. Follow us on Instagram so we can connect, please.
You got it, Joe.
Gary, thank you so much for your time.
Take
Appreciate
care.
it.
Stay well.
Thanks.
Business. God, this show is fucking awesome. Just having the time to explain shit. It's good for me too, because it allows me to show you that deeper level that I'm actually operating in. A lot of times I have to be in like surface level headlines. It's there. This format's bringing it out. Hi, Margaret.
Hi, Gary.
How are you?
Hi,
Wow.
my kids say hi.
Hi, kids.
Okay. So, yeah, I sent 2 questions in, and
Whatever
the
you
first
like.
question, the first question you did not answer, but the second question you guys picked me up on. And we are starting to listen to your show every morning now. We're in Toronto, and the kids are asking, Mommy, why does he swear so much? And I said to them, and I said, oh, you know, Gary's from New York. Everyone in New York talks like that.
I love it.
So,
What can I answer for you?
yeah, I identify a lot with the lady who called in yesterday, the lawyer who had, you know, a lot of money and so on. And I'm 49 this year, and I'm a divorced mother of 2 boys. They are 11 and 7. We have a very good relationship with their dad now, so we're very friendly. We talk a lot. And so we're all in a good place. I also run a like a global marketing strategy agency, and we're doing a lot of high margin stuff right now. But my question today has to do with the harder task of raising children.
Yes.
So my question is, how do you motivate? How do you generate that intrinsic motivation in very intelligent children? You know, we have, you know, 9, 10, 11-year-olds with their own e-commerce sites now. They design it on the Apple system. These kids, they understand about blockchain, about AI, AR, like 3D printing, biotech. They know a lot of knowledge. They're actually, intelligence-wise, probably smarter than many adults. Most adults.
I fully believe that to be true.
Yeah. So the thing is, we've got these really intelligent kids, and I started like a separate passion project just to introduce them to more technology jobs of the future. And that's another company that I have just to expose them more to that. But how do you motivate these children to use their intelligence for good, to make positive change in the world? You know, stuff that you're working on. How do you get people to share more, to love more, to bring humanity to the next level?
By suffocating bad behavior. The current generation of parents are being too passive around punishment and forcing kids to learn how to make money. The reality is we have a very rich world in the macro because there's a lot of cash in the system. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I believe the way you do it is through suffocating. For you know, one of the ways to get people to focus on kindness and caring is to A, punish when they're deploying the opposite, and B, clapping and putting on a pedestal when they're doing great behavior. We're all just animals. And when you're raising an animal, positive and negative reinforcement creates frameworks. We don't have enough accountability for bad behavior, and we do not have enough glory for kind behavior. It's the same way of how to build hunger in kids. Stop buying them things. Literally, my parents looked at me, my mom literally looked at me at 12 and was like, you now buy your own stuff. And that was tough because Nintendo was expensive and Sega was expensive, and we have an entitled generation, and we don't have repercussions. You know, we don't have, you know, we haven't created a framework. Like, kids don't get punished anymore. What the fuck? Like, if your kid's a dick and you punish him for 2 weeks and take away his phone, I have a funny feeling that he's gonna think about kindness more.
Okay.
We don't have a world where there's the parenting structure of today, and this is macro talk. Obviously, there's a lot of different parents doing a lot of different things, but in the macro, the biggest thing that I'm observing, one man's point of view, is we need kids to realize that there are repercussions for bad behavior, and the opposite. When your son opens the door for an elderly lady and you spend an entire week talking about how remarkable that was, that's a reinforcement of kind behavior. I was reinforced as a child, and others that I see that are extremely passionate about kindness were reinforced in a culture, in their home or their environment, that really put kindness on a pedestal, but not to the level of delusion or ideology or altruism that wasn't practical. It wasn't like hippie shit, it was kindness shit.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that, if we are to move the human race in a positive direction, and there's so many things going on, from global warming to species extinction to poverty to the digital divide. I mean, if we are to move the human race forward, I mean, you and I, we have another maybe 40 years to go,
I'm
50
looking for
years if
60.
we live to 100.
Yeah, 50. I'll take 50 more than 40. 84 would piss me the fuck off. I'd be like, God, what the fuck? I had some more shit to do.
Yeah, so it's really, the way that we raise the next generation, and the sky's the limit for humanity.
But I think the
So,
way, Maggie, the other way to really think about raising the next generation is through action. One of the most glorious things that's happened in my career is over the last 3 or 4 years, I became cool on Instagram to a lot of young people. And then I spent my time talking about things like caring and empathy and kindness and patience. And all of a sudden, those words are in the lexicon now. Watching like 22-year-old tough guy entrepreneurs talk about empathy is maybe the most gratifying thing in my life. And so, it's not only on the micro, it's in our behavior as well. And what we put out, we set the tone through our actions. And so I think a lot of grown-ups need to lean into kindness and caring and lack of judgment. I see tons of parents on Twitter and Facebook judging the fuck out of people who they don't even know, and then yelling at their kids to be kinder. That doesn't fucking work.
yeah, that's good.
Like just the hypocrisy of parenting. I see parents all day long talk about their fear of technology, but then when they're having a nice glass of wine with friends, they give the iPad to the kid so they don't bother them. That's not working. Your kid's being trained to know you're full of shit.
Mhm.
So we have to be very thoughtful on how we roll.
So it's more about not even just having the hard conversations, as you said, but also doing the hard things first.
100%. The conversations, kids read through that. They're too smart. It's how you back it up. It's why punishing matters. You can't just be like, little Ricky, I don't want you to say that anymore. You take a phone away from a child, you take their phone out of their fucking hand when they're rude to somebody, and you take that and put it into your purse for a week. Watch your kid value kindness more.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
That's why I love the streets. There's repercussions out there. You do the wrong thing, you get punched in the fucking mouth. Kids need more to that. Parents need to be doing.
Hey Gary, how's it going?
It's going super well, my man. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's George. I'm 23 and I'm from Wisconsin.
George.
It was funny because yesterday in the show you were talking about animation, and I use animation for education. My passion is science education.
I love that.
But a little bit of backstory. I'm a visual learner, and I used to create graphics for me to learn during class. And in December, I realized that my passion is sharing this. So I hit TikTok, I hit Instagram, I hit all the social medias, and I started just sharing. And I realized I had such a passion for it. I wake up every day and work 6-7 hours creating, and sharing. I have a Shopify account, and I have all this forms of media, but the thing is that I spend most of my time creating the graphics. The majority of the people that do this kind of thing online show about 10% of what they create and leave the rest 90% behind a paywall. And I mean, it's like I can do that, but it tugs on my heartstrings because I don't.
Don't do
I
it.
don't want to do it. I
Don't
want to
do it.
share.
That's why you like me. I don't do it either.
And it's just like, I just don't, it's like, I'm out of balance because I don't know what to do now.
I got good news. Don't do it. The fuck does anybody else's life have to do with you? What, are you gonna be sad
Okay.
that somebody not as good as you makes a lot more money than you? Money ain't shit.
Okay. Do you have any advice for
How to make it sustainable, like how to run the
yeah.
business with that? How about doing what I do? I give to the world, but I have corporate clients.
Okay.
That's one way. You could also do I love the idea of somebody this creative doing like a fair, like literally like you could do live events where you do like 1 or 2 events a year where everybody comes in and you make money on that event. Not monetizing your audience is a very powerful, opportunity if you're good at making money outside of them. And so corporate clients, you can get into merchandising. I think merchandising is a very fair play. My big thing is like, if you're kind of
I have some merchandise, but the main work is the graphics.
understood. Now, but the reality is that if listen, you're like me, if you don't feel excited, if it doesn't feel right to your chemicals on monetizing the audience that way, then you do it a different way. And there is
Okay.
no right or wrong. It's not like, listen, monetizing an audience is more than fine. It's capitalism. Nobody forced those people to buy. But I'm with you. I think a lot of people think they're helping audiences, but what they're putting out is manipulative content only to get you to pay.
Yeah.
And I struggle with that.
During this time of social distancing and quarantine, I've been holding live events where I do study with me videos and I record the process on YouTube. Do you have any other advice for things I can do during this time that everyone's studying at home?
I think it's a time. Listen, one of the ways that you'll win is by building a brand, and then you're able to monetize different ways. Maybe you get paid to speak for $25,000. Maybe you get a TV show. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen for you. So for you, if you're not going to monetize the audience, I think your number one thing is to give back to the audience, but also build your brand. So for me, what I'm most worried about right now is, what are you doing on Pinterest? What are you doing on TikTok? What are you doing on YouTube? For me, this is about broadening your brand. You're so young. You can build a lot of equity in your brand over time and then convert it.
I'm posting every day on Instagram. I'm posting a lot on Pinterest. I post 5 to 6 times on TikTok.
5 to 6 times ever, or 5 to 6 times a day?
A day.
I love that. How's that going?
It's going really good. I've got about 30,000 followers on TikTok, 30,000 followers on Instagram. I'm trying to learn how to use LinkedIn for my type of approach.
I love that. So you're listening to me clearly.
Yeah, every day.
So what are your handles? Dustin, listen to this. I want
my YouTube is Doodles in the Membrane.
Right there.
For Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, it's all the same.
Doodles in the Membrane.
Yeah.
And do you sell anything ever?
Yeah, I sell some merchandise. I have some sweaters. I have some stickers. I've
got an idea. I think you can sell a 1-day Zoom event, for 50 people at a premium cost, where you go super deep and you go one-on-one. Because what you're doing is, like, for me, like, for example, this right here is valuable. Like, if I did this for you for an hour, you'd pay and not be mad at me, even though I do it for free, because it's so not scalable. That's why I don't do it. I can't make it worth my while. But nobody would be mad at me for 1-hour consultations. It's no different than a therapist or a chiropractor or anything else. I do think or a class, like a yoga instructor. I do think that you have the permission. I could tell your spirit. So it makes me confident in this. I think you should try to do a VIP class, 8 hours, 50 people, 8 hours. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
You overwhelm them. Now you're like, only 50 people, 8 hours. Fuck, everybody's going to get gotten to. And I have a feeling it could do really well. And it's the kind of thing that you could, really do well with and make a couple hundred, bucks per head or $500 per head. And it could be quite meaningful. You get $300 per head on that 50, it starts adding up.
Yeah.
15 G's quick. How many followers, how many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
I have about 4,000, I think.
I love it. All right. Well, we've got a bunch more. Yesterday, that awesome dude with the red beard bar went from like 38 to 1,000. So I have a
Oh my
funny
God,
feeling.
shit.
Don, James, Sammy just signed up. By the way, talk about something that is really valuable for parents right now for their kids. They're trying to find activities. You might have one of the most important channels.
Yeah. One of the things I'm trying to do the most is I'm not trying to come at my YouTube and all my social medias as I know it and you don't. I'm trying to come at it as, I'm a friend studying with you at the library. And
bro, your demeanor, your energy's fucking off the charts, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
You're gonna win. Can I give you a good piece of advice?
Yeah.
Live stupidly humbly, like super humble, like shitty for like 3-4 years. I have a funny feeling it's gonna work out for you.
All right, thanks,
If
man.
you don't have expenses, you'll stay patient and you'll really crush.
Okay.
You see where
Thank
I'm
you.
going?
Yeah.
If you can keep your overhead down, live at home, live with 6 buddies, buy fucking ramen,
Yeah.
if you can go there, it'll let you go really patient in this process. I'm a very intuitive dude. Dude, I really think you've got it.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Means a lot. Thanks.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
We love you. I love you back. Diana, what's good? TJ, what's good? Mandy Reed, Alababits, what's up? Barry Eisenbaum, thank you. Lean overhead is right on that Facebook comment. What's going on Twitter? Oh, John Law, what's good?
Hello, Gary. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for being on the show, bro.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bay Area, California.
How old?
So to give some context, I'm 14, and building businesses and creating content and making money, that's like my thing. That's what I do. That's what I love to do, and I spend all my time doing that. But I feel right now I'm working on probably 6 different businesses. I'm doing reselling, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, some graphic design freelancing. I'm writing ebooks, hiring ghostwriters to do ebooks, like all this stuff. And I feel like my energy is getting split between them to the point that all of them are being less successful than they could otherwise be. And I enjoy all of them, so that's not a problem. But in terms of the potential of the businesses, the long term, how do you think? Do you think I should downsize or keep going on all of them?
Go wider.
So
you're 14. This is the era to taste shit. Plus, a lot of these businesses, John, you're gonna look back at when you were 25 and be like, oh, I was a scummy kid. Because right now the money is the thing that you're chasing, and I want you to learn the process. I promise on everything I got, because I'm good with intuition, you're gonna be embarrassed that you built some of these businesses because you know they were just built for the arbitrage of money, but I like that you're learning the process. So I don't think you have to go all in on any of them. I have a funny feeling you're far more destined in 10 years to build something quite meaningful. Right now is the era to taste shit.
Okay.
You're learning reps right now, my man.
Okay, and a more specific question about Instagram. So I'm building a personal brand on 2 accounts on Instagram, 2 separate accounts. And then I also have 2 accounts that are niche pages. So I'll post motivational content and stuff. And that takes a lot of time, and it feels like almost, because it's not a personal brand, it doesn't really reflect on myself. And I'm not sure if it's really
I would
building
sell
value.
them off.
Sell them? Okay.
Sell them to some of those Pakistani hustlers that hit me up every day, and all the other people that buy pages. Get rid of those.
Okay.
What do you? So I get it, because I'm you at 14. Business. Is there other things you give a fuck about, like music or sport or like fashion or anything else?
Yeah, well, I'm into sports. I played sports year round pretty much. I'm competitively doing CrossFit, and one of my personal accounts on Instagram is a fitness page, so I'm really into that kind of stuff. But other than that, I feel like the stuff that goes into the businesses is a lot more than just it's many different things that I'm interested in that go into that.
I would learn everything about art and science, right? What I mean by that is run ads on every platform. Make content on every platform. Don't necessarily outsource for scale just get dangerous in art and science. It's a very good skill set for you in the next 100 years of your life.
And do you think at this point I should be focusing solely on businesses, or like I heard you saying a while ago that you'd rather have that 2 weeks during summer to go hang out with friends? Should I
Bro,
do that?
John, just so you know, I didn't even have cell phones. So like when I went in my cocoon, I really went in my cocoon. But if I had social media and cell phones and house party and this shit, I probably would have not yet. Like, bro, I worked every day. Like if you hung out one weekend before this quarantine thing, then you already like, so don't get my advice twisted. You might be getting, you know, that friend time. I really worked, bro. Like literally imagine no corona, normal shit. And the day that you end, you know, school this year, you literally go and work 12 hours a day in a liquor store and come home, sleep, and then go work again. And then literally do that every day until you come back to school. Like that's what I did.
Yeah.
You're doing it for yourself. Like I got to get a couple of weekends here and there during the school year for baseball cards shows, but like, yeah, I mean, look, I think you should enjoy your youth and have some friend time. But working on your skill matters. Like we all look up to Beyonce and LeBron. Guess what? They didn't have normal childhoods. If you really want to go there, you got to put in the work. But I do think a little fun is great. Plus, you were blessed with dude, your name is fucking amazing. The whole chat's exploding. They're like, his name's Johnny Law? I mean, like, you're fucking set, bro. You can just monetize your name your whole life. Bro, listen to me. Do me one favor. Don't be a scumbucket. And what I mean by that is right now, you know this. There's people, a 14-year-old who loves entrepreneurship. Instagram is littered with fucking douchebags that talk about the lifestyle, not the principles of doing good kindness businesses. Promise me that you don't chase the dollars. Chase the process right now and learn how to be honorable. Because I promise you, Johnny, if you remember anything I fucking ever tell you, how you make your money is way more important than how much you make.
Got it. Thank you.
Promise me. It can catch you, young dude, the lifestyle, the nightlife, the guys, the girls, like I get it, but I'm telling you, promise me. Because you know how I'm different than some of the other voices that are out there. Please stay the course on this.
I will.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Thank you so
You got it,
much.
brother. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
All right. God, I'm really in it today. Bad news. I got to drop in 22 minutes. I got some business thing that popped up. So 10:30 today. You know. Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. I know we were trying to do this yesterday, but it really wasn't going through.
Well, today it is. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Ashley. I'm actually from New York. I know my hoodie says Atlanta, but I actually live in New York City right now. So
okay, Ash.
That is that. Thank you so much for everything. You have been an inspiration for a while, and I have been following you, so I do really appreciate that.
Thank you.
I guess my question to you is, you always talk about your parents and how they've had such a big impact on your life, and they've kind of been that framework in helping you just really become who you are today. I guess my question was, what advice do you have for people who really don't have that framework but are super ambitious and they really want that direction?
Yeah.
How do you feel
you know, listen, I'll be very honest with you. My dad didn't have it. And my dad put that chip on his shoulder and went and used the energy in a different way, right? So listen, there's unlimited people that are kind and crushing the world who didn't have parents they looked up to. And so, you know, I feel comfortable talking about all the blessings I was given, but I always remind people, if one person made it that looks like you, then you can too. So first it's about not dwelling. The biggest thing that people, I love how your head went off on that, right? Like the number one thing that I see is people dwelling about shit they couldn't control, right? Like you don't get to pick your parents. You don't get to pick where you're born. It's so to me, the second you move into optimism and gratitude, gratitude and optimism, go. Team, I like something. I think I got a hoodie. Go. Gratitude and optimism. It's crazy. My brain just clicked. Fuck, that's amazing. Literally, when your mindset is gratitude and optimism, then you can go.
Definitely.
When you're dwelling and looking back, you're fucking stuck forever. So sometimes you get the fortunate thing to look up to a parent. Sometimes you get the fortunate thing of looking up to a grandparent, an uncle, a best friend's parent, somebody you saw on TV, somebody you watch on the internet. It's about leaning into positivity.
Definitely.
That's the answer, Ash. Like, honestly, it's about what you put into your ears and through your eyes is your life.
No, I've definitely learned that, and I feel like through my life I've gained a lot of experience. Like I've ended up, I like you just were saying, like I've worked since I was like 11, 12. My mom passed away around that time, and I've been working since then. And I feel like I've had older brothers, older everybody, and people who are always like, hey, like you're super wise, like you're kind of the one to look to. But it's like I'm the youngest out of everybody. Like who do I look to? And so it always
Yourself. Look within yourself. You know, I give a lot of daps to my parents, but let me promise you, it's all been in myself, in my own head.
Yeah. I think it's just like balancing that sense of like confidence, but also that humility, like you said, I don't know. But I got
No,
you.
stick with me. I like where this is going. It's going to help a lot of people. I'm as confident as it gets, but you can be humble. Like, you know, if you know, like if you're worried about that part, the other part is don't put rules on you. Like when you're the youngest and you were born as an old wise soul, and it's on your shoulders, like you're gonna get us out, you're the one that's gonna do it. Don't put a time limit on it. You know, don't put that pressure, like you gotta live for you. And the more you live for you, if it goes, then other people will benefit. You can't worry about outside forces.
Definitely. Okay.
Listen to me, Ash. I'm not letting you go because I feel like there's more work to be done here. Listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Keep playing with me here. What else? What are you like? What are you really thinking? Like, what's fucking with you? Help me help you.
What's fucking
On
with
some
you?
real shit.
I think just getting out of my own way. I have a lot of really
Good.
cool ideas. I have a lot of really, I think I do have a lot of people who are like behind me immediately. I don't really have like a super big following on Instagram, but just person to person. I worked in retail, I worked in food, I worked in just like a lot of these personable industries. And I find that a lot of people just gravitate towards my energy, but it's like, I just don't know what to give back out.
What do you do? Like, what do you make? Can you make content?
I wanted to start doing the YouTube channel because
Are you able to do design and video work?
I wanted to get in there. For the most part, I was drawing and painting and whatnot, but I wanted to get more in the digital realm and just I use my face as a platform for myself. So I don't know. But yeah.
Do you have a job?
I was working at a restaurant, but since the whole COVID thing, and then I was a manager before that, but I just completely tapped out of that role because again, I realized like you can get a certain amount of money, but
Ash,
again, and just yeah.
Ash, do you think you can write?
I said I was gonna start journaling today. I have a journal. Yeah.
Are you good at ideas?
I think so.
How much of my content have you consumed?
I've consumed it over the years, but I know you definitely have like a cult following that's not
Yeah.
me.
Forget about that. But you have a general sense of what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
Listen to me. I really, 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 really think you should email me. I think you should work on my team at VaynerMedia.
Stop. That would be dope.
I'm being dead fucking serious.
I'm super fucking serious too, Gary. Like,
Okay, so do me a favor. I want you to email me at Gary@VaynerMedia right now, and I want you to put in the title, "Hey, it's me, Ashley, the girl from New York, wearing the Atlanta hoodie."
Got you. I got you. Thank you so much. My hands are like shaking, and I'm like.
Listen to me. On my team,
team,
you have to make ideas, you have to write, and you have to make videos or pictures. The drawing interests me. You see that you don't follow me enough to maybe know this, but I like putting cartoons in my content. I think we could do drawings. I'm gonna have Andy or D-Rock or Sid or May or Katie reach out to you today after you email me, and we're gonna start giving you some stuff to see what you can make, and then in the next couple of weeks or maybe when this is over, we're gonna fucking hire you to be on my team.
That's dope. I'm ready. Whatever you need, I got you.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Dustin.
Yes, sir.
You just met your new teammate.
Looking forward to working together.
You saw that coming from a mile away, right?
I think I think the people in the comments saw it way before I did. They were like, "Here it comes, and I was like, "What? Here's what comes." And then it clicked for me.
We're giving out jobs here on Tea with GaryVee. Giving out jobs during the corona. There's something I feel about her. I feel like she needs us, and then we'll figure out how to get her to help us.
Very cool.
Very cool indeed.
Oh, I'm on, Gary.
Craig, you good? You're here.
What's up, man?
Life is
My
good,
wife.
bro.
What's up, brother?
Life is
I'm
good.
in
Where you
Houston,
at?
man.
Beautiful. You love Kobe?
I love Kobe, man. R.I.P. Kobe. That's my guy, my inspiration, man.
It's just so devastating. I can't believe he's not with us.
Huge, man. Huge. But he is, man. I think he's in all of us whenever.
Yeah, I think that's right. He left real
Yeah.
impact. That's real
For
truth.
sure.
Good
For
on you.
sure.
You said it right. Craig, what can I help you with?
All right, Gary, man. Here's the thing. I retired from playing ball like in 2008, right? 2018. And one thing about it, man, like I feel like a lot of guys get no judging, but like I don't want to get on here to try to like prove that I'm cool or prove that people should rock with me. I feel like that's me in the nature.
You have a great personality.
Thanks, man. Thanks. But what I've been struggling with since I retired, man, I've always been an entrepreneur by heart. Like even my playing career, man. If you found out how I started playing, you wouldn't believe it, brother. It's a crazy story.
You hustled it?
Yeah, man. I was going to 24-hour fitness, training with some friends, and I wanted to play pro. I had a guy that was playing in Turkey, making crazy money, but I love the game. I always wanted to prove to like my coaches, everyone, because I was like a mid-level player, man. I didn't play at a big school. I just had the chip on my shoulder, like, I played at a D3 in Texas, but I was like, I'm going pro. I wanted to make this just because I love to play. And man, I was working and a guy came in, played baseball, but he came in with like his friend, a nice chick. And by the end of the conversation, man, he was like, dude, you big. What are you doing working at a restaurant? What are you doing working at a steakhouse? And I was like, I got good personality, man, and I like wine. So I ended up, waiting on him, man. And this was actually my last like straw, basically. I had spilled some shit. It wasn't going well at this place. It was just like out of there, man.
Bro, there's nothing that fires me up more than hearing I spilled some shit. I get it, bro. I love it. Keep going.
And this is like high quality steakhouse, man.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
you were about to go. That manager was kicking you out.
For sure.
I got it.
Man, but at the end of the night, the last table guy came in, just real cool guy, man. I told him I was actually working to save up money to go to a camp in Serbia, just to give myself a shot. I heard about this camp. I was like, let me get out the bucket.
Because at that point, you knew that Europe overseas had some money, and that was more likely to be where you were going to play.
It just was like I did the D League, tried the D League route.
Yep.
I heard it was. At the end of literally, Nick Nurse was the coach at the RGV Vipers at the time, and he sat me down and he was real with me. He was like, "Listen, your talent level can be X amount, but you have high level guys. I think it was Chris Lofton on the board. You have all these names that I have to sell to these guys above me. Why we should take them? So no matter what your talent level is, these guys are going to stand out more."
I got it.
I said, okay, I took a bus from Houston down to the Valley. My agent called me. It's like, they want you to work out tomorrow. I did that like in a day just because I love the game. I love to play. But yeah, man, I met him, and by the end of the dinner, man, the guy was just like, he wrote me a check for like $900 to buy my plane ticket. I had already made enough to pay for the camp. So went over there, man, killed it, and kind of the rest was history, man. So
where'd you play?
I played in Germany, Saudi Arabia, Cyprus, Mexico. Basically got a chance to play all over, man.
Good for you, bro. Got to see the world. Got to play the game. Good for you, man.
Dude, I'll tell you, my first gig, I made probably about the entire season, probably about 600 euros.
I get it.
Like
It's a grind,
literally.
bro. It's a grind.
I
But
loved it though, man.
when you love something, yeah, I get it, my man. Okay, what can I answer before I bounce?
So basically, what I'm trying to figure out, man, I'm getting stuck between. I tried so many different things. I went to the car business. I did really well in that. Moved up into finance because I know I need money, and I know I'm always motivated by that. So what I'm getting stuck between. I want to continue that aspect. I started a trucking company, and I've been doing that. And at the same time, I teach. Like I train and I teach kids. So I love to do both, man. But what I'm stuck between is trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out how can I, build my business, my trucking company, and at the same time give the game back because that gives me like the joy.
So you're caught between happiness and cash. That's what's happening. Like you've got the business because that's what you get it. You got your life. You got a lifestyle you want to live, but the game's so deep in your fucking soul, and you want to fucking give back and do that, but the money is not as much there.
Right.
A couple things to think about. Are you the only business
Of
the trucking, or is it a partnership?
No, it's just me right now.
You might want to consider, one of the things I see in these scenarios is you might want to bring in somebody who and give them 30% of the business. They have to earn into it. You give them 5 points every year for 6 years, but she or he could run that business. All of a sudden, you got somebody who gives a fuck about the business because they got nothing. Now they're coming up and they're going to work hard to get to that 30% ownership. Somebody somebody you get to know, maybe an employee, a manager, what have you, which then allows you to actually go all in. I'll be honest with you, with this level of charisma and swag and looks, I think you could really build a basketball academy virtual business where you're training individual kids. But then like the shit we all grew up with, the VHS tapes on fucking cable, you can now be doing that as a class online, and people are, paying $19 a month to get the content and to get 3 hours with you in a Zoom. I'm really pushing people heavy on these Zoom and Google Hangouts. You could have 100 people a night in a Zoom, 3 hours worth of questions, do that 2 nights a week. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for somebody with this kind of personality trait and this kind of passion. I'm convinced, by the way, Craig, this is on some real shit. I'm convinced you would make more money in the basketball thing than a trucking company. It's just that you have to deploy massive humility for 7 years.
What do you mean by that? Just get into it?
You're not going to make as much money the first 7 years, but by year 8, you'll make more. So your lifestyle adjustments would have to map that, because you don't give a fuck about the trucking shit. You're fucking making the ROI, the money, and I respect that. But I really, really think you got to look at monetizing the basketball thing, one-on-one training and virtual content. I think you could build a real business.
So here's my only hiccup on that, and I agree with that.
Go ahead.
My daughter, like I have a daughter,
okay,
and I have a family. So
yes,
I took a backseat, like literally, like I took the Kobe approach. I read an interview where Kobe was like, he felt like he could make, bounds over other guys when he first came in league because he didn't have a family. He didn't have to obligate that time to do it. So for me, it's like I literally, man, that's what I adapted. When it came to, I was in the gym 8 hours a day. I knew I was not naturally good enough. So I wanted to work harder and get better and become like a perfectionist. Actually, like learn the craft, like the movements, everything. So that, that takes time. That's how I am when it comes to everything. When it comes to business now, I adapted that. I feel like if I want to blow it up, I know what I have to do. I have to really lock in and knock it out. So sometimes it feels like, how do you spread your, if you're a perfectionist on both sides, like how do you make that happen?
By starting the process to not judge yourself. You got to get, perfectionism is bullshit. It's fear. It's a disguise. People use it as a disguise, bro. Perfectionism is an excuse. I'm telling you it is. Perfectionism is fucking insecurity with lipstick on. Don't judge yourself. If you're in the gym all day and you got hot and you figured something out and you came late and you missed that dinner, that's just one dinner. Make it up next week. Make it up next week. Take her for a walk. Spend the whole day with her. Like everybody is making it, like everyone's judging themselves.
Yeah.
Don't judge yourself in a day. Judge yourself in a life.
I got you, bro. Hey, you're my big brother. I know you might not know it, man, but like you're my big brother. Like I listen to Jeezy like every day, and I hear your voice start it, and it just like pushes me, man. Like
I appreciate it.
I promise you, man.
Thank you, man. I'll talk to you
safe.
soon. All right, Dustin, let's wrap this up. Last 5 minutes. Great show. I'm sorry it's 30 minutes shorter today, but I really appreciate it. I thought we did some real stuff today. Man, there was some real stuff. We gave away a job. We gave out some advice. It was a 14-year-old. The ladies started off right. Dustin, we might have to go with 4 ladies in a row next time too. Like they started off right, and then we came in with the 14-year-olds, and we gave out a job. We did a lot of stuff today, Dust. I felt really good about this show. I really did. You know what we didn't do? We didn't sign up anybody for wine text. Throw that shit up there, Dustin. Let's get that up. There it is. Today, in an hour and a half, if you don't sign up before the text goes out, you just missed the whole day. So right now, as you wrap up, if you buy wine on the internet, flat out sign up for wine text. Today's rosé is super crazy good. Crazy discount on it too. So definitely check that out. I just appreciate all of you. Let me give a couple little shout outs before we're out. Hacky Raps, Junior Softy, what's good? Appreciate you signing up yesterday, Junior. Richard, what's good? Team GaryVee with that put. Paul Russ, really good show. I hope that you took some value out of this. I've been really enjoying the show. I've been really enjoying bringing value. I really adore all of you. Please take a screenshot. Oh, if you sign up for Wine Text right now, when you get the final thank you screen, take a picture, tweet me at it. I want to follow you right now. Let's wrap with that. If you do that, and it's just a good show. Please hit me up on Twitter with your favorite moments from the show, and also throw up the 212, Dustin. If you want to get on the show, text me 212-931-5731. 212-931-5731. Text your question and put #T with GaryVee, and the team will reach out to you and put you on the show. Hit me up with Twitter with your highlights. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Thank you so much for watching. Instagram, what's good? I really appreciate it. Let me read a couple of comments here before we're out. Kwame, thank you so much. Matthias, thank you. John Law Fitness. John Law, good job today. Johnny Law. Ken McGuire, what's good? Julio Espinosa in the building. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to spend 2 minutes following you guys on Twitter. See ya. Thanks, Dustin.
Okay, so Team Gary has made a lot of content over the years, but what's your favorite piece of content that was made?
That's a great question. My favorite content by far is I'm considering doing a VaynerMedia Operations Stay-at-Home Day once a week forever, because I'm pretty sold that I've gotten more done per day than sometimes in a month.